Hello, adventurer. It's good to see you. You have made it to the morning grind.
Welcome, welcome.
It's the live stream at the beginning of the Geekverse, where we talk about all types of topics in geekdom, gaming, and fantasy, with an emphasis on being constructive and creating the things that we want to exist in the world.
It's all on the grind, Sizemore. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
That's exactly right. There are a lot of adventures to be had today. Dungeons to explore and monsters to slay, and who knows what a random encounter might send our way. That's why we have to prepare, so settle in now for the morning grind with your favorite beverage in hand.
Tea? Or maybe something a little stronger. I've got a few bottles of the old Wynyard left.
Whatever you want. Pull up a chair.
Dude.
If you're feeling fancy, how about a cappuccino? Or a frappuccino? Or how about an espresso?
Just tea, thank you.
Sounds good to me, Gandalf. Whatever you want. I'm just glad you're here.
Everyone is welcome. You can just watch if you want. You don't have to worship anything you don't want to worship.
Thank you, Mike. But be forewarned.
Sometimes we get really strange characters around here.
Wait, what's that you say? Why can't you come and be a part of the stream?
My wife would disown me.
Oh no, I bet she'll be fine with it. Come on in.
Am I scared for my safety? No.
What are we supposed to do?
Everybody do the secret handshake.
Secret cultist handshake.
Oh, now do wizards who love each other.
This, my friend, is a science.
I still don't have gills, but it's fine.
It's all on the grind, son. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
Dude, this would be a sick place to bring the band.
Indeed it would be, Dave. It really would. I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh, look, here's someone new.
Is this the cultist meetup?
Yes it is.
Come to hang out? Please accept me. I have nothing else.
Okay, we accept you. Everyone's welcome here.
Brought some snacks.
Well, that makes things even better.
You want some coffee? I don't drink coffee. You sure? It's cultist coffee. What makes it cultist coffee? I'm a cultist and I'm drinking it. Oh. Then I'll have some.
What exactly is going on here?
I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome. It's so great to have you. Oh, and look, here comes another stranger.
Can we help you?
Yes, fellow cultists. I could really use some food.
Oh yeah? Welcome. We have donuts.
Oh, it's me. I'm glad I'm here. I'm sure you have a few questions for me, though.
What's your name? Who do you work for? What god do you worship?
Great questions, Rob.
I'm Steve King, and I worship Nyarlathotep.
No, not really. I'm just Heath, and I won't be worshiping anything this morning. But I will be your host. Welcome to the office. We're going to have a great time. I've got my coffee ready, because now it's time for the morning grind.
If you could become a fish, that would be amazing. Then I could command you with my mental fish powers.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It is good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Sorry I am late here, but I just completely crashed yesterday, and I've been trying to get back in back in the groove this morning. But I wanted to be sure that we look at Shadowdark some more, because I wanted to build out some Shadowdark for online play, and I need some characters, because I like pre-generated characters. Of course, you can generate your own, but I want to put some pre-generated characters inside our online coffee shop, and so I wanted to take a look at that this morning and get back in the groove today, getting things done. It would be great if the online coffee shop, I was thinking, we could do some kind of test with this weekend or something. Not this weekend that we're on right now, but this upcoming weekend. That would be great if we could be in a position to be able to do like a test convention or whatever this weekend. That would be great. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to my home. Welcome to the office, and welcome to the morning grind. So Sable's here. Oh, Sable likes this topic. So Sable is here. Charlie is here. James is here. BGD. And then I was working on Shadowdark at the moment. I'll show you some of the other things I was working on. But then I was thinking if we had Shadowdark, and then I'm going to reach out to the index card RPG people BGD and see about that. I haven't done that yet because I was working on some other games. So after that, maybe some index card. Hello, Tomocrat. Hello, Tomocrat. So let's see what is going on here. This afternoon, by the way, let me share the screen. This afternoon, I have got Star Trek. Oh, well, I don't know where. Star Trek 3. Star Trek 3 will be, our discussion on Star Trek 3 will be re-releasing on the Table Talk Geekverse over here. Let me put the link to that this afternoon. I messed up last time, and I did start our discussion on Star Trek 4 came out before our discussion of Star Trek 3. So sorry about that one. But if you want to see what was going on with Star Trek 3, that was a major discussion. We talked a lot about Star Trek 3 and also how to fix it. So Star Trek 3, that's at 1:00. So pretty much, shortly after we get done here on the Table Talk channel, Doug and I will be having our discussion about Star Trek 3. And then the week after that, on Table Talk on Sundays, I'm going to start really releasing a lot of Doug's material on the Heroine's Labyrinth. And the Heroine's Labyrinth is his alternate story structure for to the hero's journey for feminine characters, and the changeover going over to the new channel for Table Talk, we haven't uploaded his original material yet, but he's getting ready for a book launch in February. So he and I were talking about that we need to get that material back up there over on the channel. So if you haven't been familiar with the Heroine's Labyrinth, all that will start a week from today. And we're also going to try to do some clips and things because we think that's important information. Put out clips about different topics about feminine-centric stories. So that is what is going on, I suppose, in a major way right now. I still got to figure out what our topic is for Tuesday. Doug and Brianna were talking, and I dropped out of the conversation, I guess, when I got overwhelmed yesterday. So we'll see what we're talking about. All right, so that is what's going on here. I've got my Shadowdark book ready here. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to make some iconic characters, like, I don't know, like 6 iconic characters for both race and class for some online play. Let me take this down. We need to do our morning ritual first and our reading. I'll also show you what was going on in the coffee shop after this. We need to look at Turning Pro. Let me turn this down. Take this down. Put up Turning Pro. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, I know. Everybody likes the index card RPG around here as well. Index card's a nice, versatile system. BG says, agreed, Tomocrat. ICRPG has tremendous versatility and packs a ton of fun at the table. It's my go-to system. Oh, yeah. I'm not even sure. What game system is Brianna using? I think you mentioned she's switching her schedule because she's gaming, right? Yeah, she did switch around which Tuesday. She's typically on the Table Talk show every other Tuesday night, but she had to change up which system which night she was going to be there because she's playing a game, some kind of tabletop game on Tuesday nights. I don't know. I'll have to ask, or maybe next time you see her, we'll ask her online, see what she was playing. I know she hasn't been. She's been gone because of the holidays. She went back home for 2 weeks over the holidays. She hasn't made one. She's playing in one. So we'll see. Okay. We were talking about how your day changes when you turn pro, how people change when you turn pro. No, I think we did that one too. Because I remember one day at a time. What makes us turn pro? Okay, that's where we are. So let's take a sip of our favorite beverage this morning. Let's take 2 deep inhales, complete exhales, and then take a sip of your favorite beverage this morning. Recommend in through the nose, out through the mouth. Isn't that what they recommend for such kinds of breathing exercises? And then we'll read in Turning Pro. So here we go. And sip. All right. What makes us turn pro? Turning pro is a decision, but it's such a monumental, life-overturning decision, and one that's usually made only in the face of overwhelming fear. The moment is frequently accompanied by powerful drama and emotion. Often it's sometimes something we've been avoiding for years, something we would never willingly face unless overwhelming events compelled us to. Turning pro is like Pearl Harbor or 9/11 or the assassination of President Kennedy. We never forget where we were when it happened. Here are 2 turning pro moments, both from female friends. Miss X in Bakerfield. Miss X is an attorney who lives in Los Angeles. Here's her story. I was driving alone from San Francisco to LA, and I took Interstate 5 because it was faster than the 101, and I had a meeting to get to. I got to Bakersfield around 5 and pulled off to find a gas station. I woke up the next morning in a motel room by myself in the same clothes I'd been wearing the night before, with an empty quart of Jim Beam on the bedside beside me. Why that time was different from any of 100 times before, I don't know. But as I started my reflection in the bathroom mirror, I heard my own voice say, "That's enough, darling. This shit has got to stop." No. All right, so tomorrow, Roseanne Cash's dream. All right, that was our inspirational moment for the day. All right, yeah. I thought, she's in a game. Yes, please don't forget to like. If you're here, please do like the stream. Push this out. There might be other people who would like to be here with us and making up some Shadowdark characters out there on YouTube right now and just don't know that the stream is going on. So if you hit the like, they will the YouTube algorithm might let more people know to come and hang out with us and create some Shadowdark characters. All right, I get the auxiliary light here. I'm going to get the auxiliary camera going on. I'd like to record this online or on the computer here. But I've got the physical book. Let me see if I can do both. All right. Good morning, Yogg-Sothoth. There's Yogg-Sothoth. Danny K says, good morning, Tanny says, tunes in for character making, becomes immediately confused by this turning pro reading ritual that everyone seems familiar with. We do a little bit of reading every morning. We've been reading Stephen Pressfield. Take our breath and a sip and take inspiration from some of the words of Stephen Pressfield. He wrote The War of Art and then Turning Pro, and we went through The War of Art and then went into Turning Pro. So that's our little ritual in the morning. All right, thanks. Good morning, Yogg-Sothoth, right here. Shadowdark book. Let me see if I can hang on. Let me take that down for just 1 second. I was going to show you yesterday or show you what I was doing yesterday. So first of all, since we weren't here yesterday, there. I did finish the Dragon Strike game. So Dragon Strike is completely loaded into the virtual tabletop software. It is ready to go. I made all the changes that we had talked about the other day. So that is up. The whole system here is ready to go. So we also have Dragon Strike. And I did upload. You're looking at the cavern right now. You can see. So I did upload the woods. I uploaded the castle. I uploaded the woods and also the town. So all 4 boards are also uploaded. So you pick which one you need and you upload it and you get the whole game. I also changed up a little bit about how the tokens over here are distributed, because these are ones that potentially the players could use as well, whereas these are ones that the game master probably only really needs. And so that makes it a smaller number of different tokens to look through during the game. So I organized those over here, but basically that got finished. Then also this was on Friday, I believe, I also built out well, I also built out Dominion. I realized a moment ago that I may have messed up the layout on my original Dominion. But this right here is supposed to be Dominion. It actually probably works best when I open it up in Chrome. Oh, there we go. Now the cards are loading. But anyway, I built out Dominion as well. So we have Dominion. And then I was going to start, I just basically started Secret Hitler. I forgot about Secret Hitler. So I was going to do Secret Hitler as well as one final one. I made notes I need to adjust. This is the layout for Dominion for the very first game. So if you play Dominion, it's a deck building game, but I've got, I made all of the different, I made one general layout that has all of the cards. That way you can create any type of game that you want to create. But then I also did layouts in advance of the ones that come in the main instruction booklet or the different kinds of games that it recommends. If you ever played Dominion, Dominion comes with all kinds of cards. Each card has got 10 copies of the card in the deck, but that you don't use every different type of card for every type of game. You choose 10 different types of cards, and then the different cards you choose will make the game feel different and play different. And this is like the starter game recommendation right here. And then I built all of them out as well. So I was doing that, and then I just started Secret Hitler because I think Secret Hitler would be a lot of fun. And then I want to do 2 RPGs. And I was thinking Shadowdark and the index card RPG for our gaming tavern. So I'm going to get back to Secret Hitler. That gives us 2 different like adventure board games, Hero Quest and Dragon Strike. It gives us, once Secret Hitler is done, that'll give us 2 kinds of social deduction games. The One Night Werewolf, which is a faster game. Secret Hitler is a bit more in-depth and involved. It'll give us Dominion, which is a different kind of game entirely. Card building, a deck building game. Wizard's Quest, which is a campaign style, risk style game. That's 6. And then if I can figure out how to get 2 RPGs up and running, that's 8. I think that'll be a lot of different games to start with. Good morning, JDN. BGD says, fortunately, Shadowdark characters are relatively easy to summarize in notes for future reference, even without a character sheet. Yes. Okay, so I could, let me take that down. I want to know if I can put up I've got Illustrator here. I think that's the best way to do it. I was going to just type in here and try to type up this character in the Shadowdark character sheet. I really like, one of the things I like about the Shadowdark character sheets is they're small. It's a good sized character sheet, I think. But then can I also, on the screen, yeah, I guess you can kind of see this over here. I can go back and forth between, nope. Well, that's all 3 of them up. Okay, so we'll just see how we go here. I've got dice over here. I was going to roll dice. I was going to roll physical dice for this. Good morning, John. All right. So when I'm looking here at starting making a character, to make a Shadowdark RPG character, also called a player character or PC, grab your dice, a blank character sheet, and go through the next few pages. I've got my green Cthulhu dice here. Okay. Name. Ancestry is your character's cultural and ancestral heritage. Class, your character's job. Level, you start at level 0 or level 1, and you gain levels by earning XP. I love playing 0 level characters, but we'll make these all at level 1. Got dice. XP, you start at 0 XP points. You gain XP based on the treasure and boons you earn from adventuring. Alignment and deity. The character's cosmic link to the opposing forces of law, chaos, or balanced neutrality. Title, as you gain levels, your prestige grows. Your title is based on your level, class, and management and alignment. Background, your history and past experience. You're adept at tasks related to your background. Stats, the 6 stats that help determine your physical and mental characteristics. HP, hit points, represent the amount of injury you can sustain before you die. Taking damage from weapons, trap spells, and other sources temporarily reduces your XP. You can regain XP by resting. Armor class is a type of difficulty class that shows how tough it is to injure you, whether because you are agile or you wear armor. Your class determines the type of armor you can wear. Attacks, the weapons you wield and and how you use them to fight the enemy. You can wield weapons listed for your class. Talents, we're going to roll for those. Your special talents, your class, ancestry, and talent rolls grant you these. The benefits of talents combine, even the same talent rolled multiple times. Okay, that's important to remember. Even the same talent rolled multiple times. Well, they've been open before. It's not a brand new set. In fact, because I made it by combining, it's got more stuff in it than a typical Elder Dice set. But yeah, I typically use the Doom edition, which are sitting right over here. But I thought we would go something a little bit different. Oh, really? BGD says, I was super disappointed with the Q Workshop Cthulhu dice I got. I never tested them to see if they roll true, but they feel weirdly light in the hand and are hard to read once the novelty wears off. Yeah, the hard to read part, I've never actually held one physically, but I know Q Workshop was doing a bunch of Cthulhu dice when we were doing Elder Dice as well, but theirs were much more ornate, than what we were doing. And readability was always an issue that I had when I was looking at them. We tried to be sure that these dice were very readable. But yeah, the readability was an issue, I thought. Spells, some classes can learn and cast magic spells. Gear, your equipment. You can carry a number of items equal to 10 or your strength stat, whichever is higher. Okay, so first level characters. Some games begin with first level characters, fledglings who are ready to go on an adventure. These characters are tougher than their 0 level counterparts and have more defined roles in their adventuring teams. First level characters start with stats, which we're about to roll up. Choice of ancestry, choice of class, 1 talent roll, hit points equal to 1 roll of the class's hit point die, plus their constitution modifier, a background, choice of alignment, title, and starting gear. All right, so we need our classes. Our classes are fighter, priest, thief, and wizard. So I think we need to make up the most iconic kinds of characters we can, which includes at least 1 of each class. I'm thinking maybe 6. So 1 fighter, 1 fighter, 1 priest, 1 thief, 1 wizard. Probably 2 fighters. One to have a melee kind of fighter, and the other one to have a long range kind of fighter. So that would be 5, and then we'll have to figure out what the next what number 6 would be. So it seems like you get to choose your ancestry and class after you roll the dice. So start with a cleric, BGD says. Oh, we're only rolling 3d6 here. Oh, I got out 4d6. I forgot. This is hardcore. So 3d6 all the way down. I'm going to take this down so that we can see the dice better. Start with thief. Well, I was saying that it looks like we can roll our stats first and then choose which one the stats which kind of ancestry and class to assign. Let me get out some paper here. I'll just take notes on paper here. It says to determine your character's stats, roll 3d6 in order for each one. Note each total and modifier on your character sheet. Optionally, if none of your stats are 14 or higher, you may roll a new set of 6 numbers. So let's see what kind of stats we generate first, and then see what's going to be created after that. Priests in Shadowdark are no joke. That's good because I like playing clerics. All right. So let's see. Right. So that's what I was thinking here. Shadowdark's more old school in that your stats will largely determine what your optimal class choice is. That's what I was thinking. So that's what I was thinking. Let's roll some dice and then see what type of character that needs to become. So we're going to have strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. All right, we're going 3d6 straight down. All right, so that's 12 on strength. Dexterity. Uh-oh, we are low on dexterity. That would be 5 dex. That's a -3 modifier. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 constitution. 12 intelligence. Oh, you got yeah, okay, yeah. So that's not our thief. right. Yeah. So Danny says they're called priests though because you can choose to grow the character in the direction of a cleric or a paladin. Ah. Wisdom. 6, 12. Wait, we may get to scratch this character. 13. Well, we rolled that 5. We rolled that 5. Exactly. So actually, I think we get to, it says optionally, if none of your stats are 14 or higher, you may roll a new set of 6 numbers. I think we should do that. Not only do we not have anything 14 or higher, but we got this 5 here. So let's scratch that, especially since these are supposed to be pre-generated characters for games. Let's not have somebody have to take a 5-stat character unless we have to. But Danny says 12s and a 13 isn't bad as far as Shadowdark stats go, right? So 12s and 13s would be +1s. So actually, that would have been 12 is +1, 11 is +0, 12 +1, +1, +13. Let's see, 13 is also +1. But that 5 would be a -3. BGD says in 1E, that would have been a decent starting character. All right, let's try it again. All right, strength. Okay, that's 12. Dex. Dex is 10. Constitution, 8. Intelligence, 11. 9 on wisdom. Well, it's hard to roll a 14. and then 8 on charisma. Yes, all of a sudden the 12s and things are not looking all that bad. Let's see. For comparison, D&D 5e's bounded accuracy is built around a net +7 aggregate starting bonus across all stats. All right. Well, let's. There's one. Yeah. What are the chances of rolling? Yeah. Yeah. Danny says 14 and higher is rare. All right. Let's do another set. So actually, I did kind of like the set that the first set that got scratched. We got to make 6 characters here. Maybe we should roll the stats and then see which one actually is which character should go with each one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if we roll up good thief stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do another one. Strength. Now there we go. So that would be strength 15. So we have a strength 15 character right there. Dex 10. Not bad. Con. Whoop. We're balancing that out with some low con. 5, 6. Yeah, 6 in con. Intelligence. Oh, also low intelligence. 7 intelligence. Wisdom. 6, 8. Charisma is 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. So that's kind of an interesting character. So that could be one of our fighters here. Strength 15, Dex 10, but then low on Constitution. That's probably going to give us some negative hit points here. Intelligence 7, Wisdom 8, Charisma 9. But we did hit 15 on that one. Good morning, TSL Frontman. All right, let's go for the next character. $13 strength. 6. Man, we got some low dex going on here. We just rolled another 6 on dex. Con 12. Intelligence 10. Wisdom 9. 5, and then 6 in charisma. Maybe the reason these people are going adventuring is because they just because they're low in charisma. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I like to keep this original set. I'm going to rewrite this original set so we can see it easier. Because it did have a whole bunch of good stats. Maybe we can make something out of him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 4 different characters right there. We're going to try to do 6. So then we'll assign the stats to different characters. All right, I'm not really being able to draw right here. Yeah, exactly, Danny. See, those original 12s and 13s weren't so bad. No, they really weren't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, and please do, if you're here, please do like the video. And maybe some other people out there on YouTube this Sunday morning would like to make Shadowdark characters with us. All right, here we go. All right, I need some energy here. All right. Uh, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in strength. Might have a wizard here. Hey, Grimhild. Good to see you. Good morning. Sable says, this reminds me a lot of first edition where Gygax suggested rolling out a whole table of characters stats until you found out which one was workable. Well, or, we could, you do roll stats like this for 0th level characters, right? Yeah, over here. So we could roll out this table and then have them run the gauntlet. See which one shows up. All right. Yeah. I got a heater down here. Let me warm up my hands. All right. Dex. Okay, Dex right there is a 15. So what do we need for a low strength, high Dex person? That could be the thief. Constitution is 13. Intelligence is 10. Wisdom is 11. And charisma. Oh, charisma low again. 6. Might have found the thief there. All right, let's go. So this one got rewritten. All right, let's go one more time. Here we go. We have 4 fighters and a thief. Yeah, we've got to make one of each one of these at least. Okay, so there's 14 in strength. Yeah, we don't have a high wisdom guy and we don't have a high intelligence guy. 13 in Dex. And Constitution, 9. Intelligence. Well, there is an intelligence 14. Wisdom 13. And charisma 8 and 9. Oh no, we have one above average charisma person. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. All right, so if we were doing our thief, people said we should do the thief first. You found a wizard or a priest. Yeah, this one could be a wizard or a priest. Okay, if we want to do our thief first, let's see. Rooftop assassins, grinning con artists, or cloaked cat burglars who can pluck a gem from the claws of a sleeping demon and sell it for twice its worth. Weapons, club, crossbow, dagger, short sword, or short bow. Leather armor, mithril chainmail. Hit points 1d4 per level. Backstab. If you hit a creature who is aware of your attack, you deal an extra weapon, or unaware of your attack, you deal an extra weapon die of damage. In addition, weapon dice of damage equal to half your level. Add additional weapon damage dice of damage equal to half your level rounded down. Thievery. You are adapt to thieving skills and have the necessary tools to trade secreted on your person, taking up no gear slots. For climbing, sneaking and hiding, applying disguises, finding and disabling traps, and delicate traps, such as picking pockets and opening locks. Okay. Yeah. So our high dex, this one right here looks like our thief. So that would be 8 in strength, 15 in dex, 13 in con, 10 in intelligence, 11 in wisdom, 6 in charisma. I mean, that I think will work. All right, let's go assign these. And then we'll need to pick an ancestry for let's assign these, and then we'll pick an ancestry. Let me what I'll do is I'll remove that. There we go. So we're going to stick. So this is going to be right here. Okay, let's go over here to our thief. Oh. Hang on. Okay. So this is our thief here. Thief is going to be level 1. Right here. Everybody see that? And now we got to assign our stats. So strength. There we go. Is going to be 8. And 8 is -1. Got too much stuff on the desk. Strength -1. Dex is 15. Let's see. 15. What do we say 15 was? 15 is plus 2. All right. Constitution is 9. It's 9 plus 0, -1. -1. Intelligence is... Oh, wait. Am I looking at the wrong character? Strength 8, 15. No, this character is con 13. This character is con 13. This character is rocking it. So 13 is +1. Constitution plus is +1. Intelligence is 10. So that's +0. Wisdom is an 11. All right, and 11 is +0. And then charisma that's the low one. That's 6. And 6 is -2. All right, so that's how we're shaping up. Good morning, Robert. Good morning. Well, are they? They probably are. I don't necessarily have those memorized. All right, so that's how we're shaping up. Now, what do we do? We go to Ancestry next. So what's best for our thief? I mean, a halfling thief is pretty classic. I'm trying to do some of the most classic stuff here. We do have dwarf, we've got elf, we've got goblin, half orc, halfling, and human. I really see halfling is small, cheerful country folk with mischievous streaks. They enjoy life's simple pleasures. You know, the common language. Is there a place to put my languages on here? Let's go a halfling thief. So let's make this character up. Dandy says human. What is human? Human, bold, adaptable, and diverse people who learn quickly and accomplish mighty deeds. You know the common language and one additional common language on page 32. You gain one additional talent roll at 11th at first level. Dearth. I think a halfling thief is. Let's make this halfling thief. We're having an extra character, so maybe a human thief. You're recommending that we need a human thief. So ancestry. This is going to be halfling. I'm not going to put a name in. I don't think. Because that way you can pick your name and also whether it's a male or female. Make up counters for both. So this is a halfling thief that can be used as a man or a woman, depending on who you're playing and what you want to play. I do need someplace to put the common language. So language common. Let's put that over here. Language common. Let's scale that down a bit. There we go. And it's stealthy. It says stealthy. Once per day, you can become invisible for 3 rounds. That's what it seems like would make this a pretty good thief. Language common, but then also stealthy. Once per day, you can become invisible for 3 rounds. Sounds pretty good to me. Hardly Paranormal says, thief implies they're a criminal. Is there a law-abiding version of this kind of thing? Thief is all we got. We got priest. We have priest, thief, wizard, and fighter. And that's it. So human. Okay, so and then we need to go over here to thief class. So did I roll hit points or something? Background, deities, titles. Choice of ancestry, choice of class. Okay, so thief class, weapons. Is there a place to put what weapons I can use? No. Hit points 1d4 per level. Oh, let's roll hit points. Plus a con bonus. I add my con bonus, right? Which is +1. All right, here we go. This will be significant. Two +1. So he's got 3 hit points. Or she, whichever one. Hit points 3. I guess I should write my backstab ability over here. So you know what you got over here. So backstab. If you hit a creature who is unaware of your attack, if you hit a creature who is unaware of your attack, you deal an extra weapon die of damage. Add additional weapon dice of damage equal to half your level rounded down. I'm running out of space. Okay. But then also thieving skills. Thief skills. You are trained in the following tasks and have advantage on any associated check. That's climbing, sneaking and hiding, applying disguises, finding and disabling traps. Let's see. Let's go ahead and shrink this. Sneaking, hiding, finding, applying disguises, finding and disabling traps, and delicate tasks such as picking pockets and opening locks. Trying to get this cleaned up. I think I need to make it even smaller. You can become invisible for 3 rounds. How many people have gotten to play Shadowdark yet? I know there might be people from the Arcane Library here, so they have. But my books just arrived a few days ago, so I haven't even gotten to play yet. Maybe we can play online. On any associated check. Hopefully that's all the abilities. All right, got it. Thief skills. BGD has played it once. Oh, Danny says, I've not been able to yet with a group, but have tinkered around solo. Okay, so then I get talents, right? So choice of class, that takes care of that. 1 talent roll. And the talent roll is 2d6. All right, so let's try that. Oh, Hardly Paranormal has played it once. Oh, no. BGD has played it once. All right, so this will be an important roll here. 2d6 on the talent table. Thief talents. 7. So something pretty typical. A 7 is +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma stat. Oh. +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma. Oh, which one should I take? Do I write down my talent roll someplace? Let's see. I get a +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma. Well, we could really bump it up in terms of dexterity if we want to be the ultimate thief here. Going to 17 in dex would get us a +3. So that would be pretty big. Strength, if we don't like being a -1 in strength, we could move this up to a 10 in strength and be -1. What do you guys think? Or it's be -0 or +0. Or if we really didn't like that our thief was 6 in charisma, we could move the charisma up to 8 and be -1. What would you do with this kind of character? Danny says, I think the talents are always exciting and a reason why human is popular, I think. Right. So that was an advantage to human. So the human says you gain 1 additional talent roll at first level. That's the human's special ability. Sable Phoenix says the Shadowdark book alone just looks so great sitting on the shelf. I hope Kelsey, it's a beautiful product. I hope Kelsey is super proud of what she's accomplished. So everybody's saying dex. So double down on the dex bonus. All right, let's do that. So let's take our talent and let's move up to our dex to 17. And then that's going to be +3. Double down on what he's good at. All right. 1 talent roll. Hit points equal to the roll of one of your class's hit points die. Oh, we did that one. So hit points, we got that taken care of. 1 background. Choice of alignment. Okay, let's go to background. Background. Your background knowledge and skills might prove useful during your adventure. Work with the GM to determine your background if your background provides you advantages in any given situation. And this is a D20 roll. All right. D20. 7. 7 is Wizard's Apprentice. Oh, interesting. You have a knack and an eye for magic. Curious. Okay. Let's put that in. So alignment, no, but this was background. Background is going to be Wizard's Apprentice. Very interesting. Oh, wait, that was alignment. That goes down here under background. Okay, then alignment. Alignment defines your role in the clash between good and evil. All creatures are connected to the eternal conflict waged by law, chaos, and neutrality, whether they know it or not. Law is benevolence, chaos is malevolence, and neutrality is impartial, favoring neither. Choose one of the following 3 alignments. Chaotic. Chaotic characters align themselves with destruction, ambition, and wickedness. Chaotic characters adopt a survival of the fittest mentality. I don't really think our halfling thief should be aligned with destruction, ambition, and wickedness. Lawful characters align themselves with fairness, order, and virtue. Lawful characters operate from a good from the whole mentality. And then neutral characters find balance between law and chaos. They align with cycles of growth and decline, adopting a nature must take its course mentality. Well, actually, neutral kind of sounds like our halfling thief. So why don't we say that? Hey, Moonswan. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Danny says maybe the wizard uses them to procure magical ingredients and such. Yeah, it could be. Or he could be thieving from his master, too. BGD says one of the few remarkable aspects of Shadowdark, among other new school offerings, is that it encourages you indirectly to lean into those low stats. Plenty of modern games don't have negative bonuses in Raw. All right, so let's do a neutral alignment here. Alignment neutral. All right, what's next? Deities. I don't know anything about the deities here. Oh, this says, well, here's Geed, Gede, neutral. That one sounds pretty good. It says the god of feasts, mirth, and the wilds. Geed is usually peaceful, but primal storms rage when her anger rises. Many elves and halflings worship her. That sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. All right, so we got a god here. Titles. I am a neutral level 1 thief, so my title is robber. I'm going to make sure all that's spelled correctly. Picking pockets. There we go. And delicate. You read that. You are training the following tasks and have advantage on any associated check: climbing, sneaking, and hiding, applying disguises, finding and sabling traps, delicate tasks such as picking pockets and opening locks. And then also down here in free to carry, we should have put that what I have free to carry is thief equipment tools. Tools of the thief trade. So free to carry. Tools of the thieving trade. And that is hidden on person. Hidden on person. So there we go. That's free to carry. That marks that down. Okay, what else? Hardly Paranormal says, can we call this character Milmo Maggins? All right. So titles got that. Oh, languages. Okay. We got that written down because we got language common. Starting gear. 0 level characters start with 1d4 of the following items. First level characters start with 2d6 times 5 gold pieces to buy gear. Oh, we got to buy gear. Instead of having packages or something like that. So we got to buy gear. Now, it does say that we can have up to 10 gear slots or our strength. Isn't that right? Gear slots. Ancestry, class, level, alignment, title, background, stats. Gear. Yeah, you can carry a number of items equal to 10 or your strength score, whichever is higher. So our smaller strength score doesn't actually inhibit our ability to carry gear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna white out. We might need some extra space. Let's just white that out. So I only have white that out. So I only have 10 gear slots. Gives me a little bit extra space to take notes if I need to. So I start with 2d6 times 5 gold pieces, and then I have to buy my gear. All gear besides typical clothing fills 1 gear slot. Gear that's hard to transport might fill more than 1 slot. All right, let's roll up some money here. John says, I have a halfling rogue character in a friend's game named Basil Underhill. He's basically a Bilbo carbon copy, LOL. Tropes exist for a reason. People like them. Well, that's why I'm trying to, if it came in, I was trying to come up with 4 to 6 of the most classic kinds of characters that you can think of. So I'm definitely thinking in terms of archetypes here. James says, doesn't inhibit our ability to carry beer is what I heard. I know it's wrong, but it's funny. Sable says, tropes aren't bad unless you make them boring. There's something people can immediately identify with. All right, so we get 2d6 times 5 gold coins. 30 gold coins. I'll tell you what, so let's, right over here, I got 30 gold. Buying equipment is always something that I think slows down character creation. So here's our basic gear. Okay, so here is crawling kit. Okay, so that does help out. I remember. So we do have some kits here. A crawling kit costs 7 GP. It uses 7 gear slots and contains the following items: backpack, flint and steel, torch, rations, iron spikes, grappling hook, and rope. That definitely sounds like something that I need to have. Uh-oh. I'm back. Danny says, Shadowdark definitely goes back to that resource slot management is crucial vibe, which I really like. I really like slot-based inventory and also resource management, if it contributes to the game. James says, are we using gold to level up in Shadowdark, or is the XP tracking too? Gold, yeah, I think gold and treasure grants you the XP. John says, I always like the idea of an elf fighter that leans on archery rather than the ranger class. I think it suits Legolas better. We'll definitely need to come up with the long-range fighter being something like an elf, I think. Okay, so we are going to need a crawling kit. And that's going to be 7 GP and 7 slots. Well, actually, that doesn't give me a whole lot of additional slots here. That gives me a backpack, flint and steel. It gives me rations, iron spikes, grappling hook, and rope. Let's see, what is our just common basic gear? Arrows, backpack, got 1. Caltrops. Oh, I feel like I might need to take caltrops. So caltrops could be a possibility. If anybody's going to have them, it will be the thief. Coin, crossbow bolts, crowbar, flask, or bottle. Possibly crowbar. Flask or bottle, flint and steel, gem, grappling hook, iron spikes. Lantern, mirror, oil flask, pole, rations, rope, and torch. All right, so maybe caltrops or crowbar, but I've only got 3 slots left, and I need armor and a weapon. I can get leather armor. Because that's going to be 10 GP. And it's going to take 1 slot. That'll give me 11 plus my Dex modifier. Hardly Paranormal says, does anyone else remember when Elf was a class in D&D? Like they literally took Legolas and slapped him onto a page for you to play ready-made. We've looked at games like that. We looked at at D&D, like we went through the rule cyclopedia where we had Elf and Dwarf. And of course, Dungeon Crawl Classics does that as well. BGD says, I've grown to prefer RPG systems where starting characters pick X starting items from a list rather than spending starting gold. The bean counting can really cut into the table time. Right. That's what I find too. Because I find like the crawling kit is good. I like especially if you're doing classes. If you've got classes, then your class should come with items that are appropriate to doing its job. Like if you're talking, especially here when it says like your class is your job. So I like having some pre-established kits as well. Like you could do, the melee fighter gear kit and the ranged fighter gear kit. Especially when you're trying to roll up a character in a hurry. I agree. Packs or kits work hand in hand with pick X starting gear system. Yes. We might have to see if we can build out Malsritter. I was thinking about that the other day. Oh, so that's what MCDM is doing. That's one reason I think that I like the MCDM kit is going to do so well. They have kits that define your gear as well as essentially being your subclass. You just grab it and go. Okay, let's see. Does my weapon take up a slot? It doesn't actually say. No, proper slots over here. No, okay. So everything takes 1 slot. Properties over here. So a bastard sword would take up 2 slots. A great axe and great sword take up 2 slots. Okay. So it does take up a slot. So that armor, 7, 8. So I can only have 2 other things. I need a weapon, definitely. So let's go. Weapons can be club, crossbow, dagger, short bow, or short sword. Can I afford a short sword? I can. So short sword. That's 7 GP. And it's going to be 1 slot. All right. So I think I got it. Let's put this stuff on the character sheet then. There we go. All right, so gear. All the stuff on the desk. I'm going to have to clean that up next time, right after the stream. All right, so gear includes, see, backpack doesn't include a gear slot. So I'm glad I have this other space over here. So I'm going to put backpack. And I'm just going to slide it over into this white space over here. Because then I've got flint and steel. Flint and steel. I've got 2 torches. I'm going to put torch on 2 different lines because I've got 2 of them and they take up 1 slot each. So I've got torch. I've got another torch. Rations. I have 3 of those. Rations. Iron spikes. And 10 of those take up 1 slot. X10. Grappling hook and rope. Well, now, wait a minute. No, that's not right. The torch says it takes 2. I've got 3 rations, but that only takes up 1 slot. So actually, I was wrong on here because I was like, wait a minute, this whole crawling kit is only supposed to take up 7 slots. So rations times 3 only takes up 1 slot. The torch is the only thing that takes up more than 1 slot because I have 2 torches. Okay, iron spikes, then grappling hook. And then rope 60 feet. And then I'm going to add leather armor in here. I'm tempted to not take another slot because I only have 10 slots. So it seems like I should not completely overload myself. Leather armor and then short sword. And then that's what I got. So I guess no caltrops. I guess a lot of people may end up very similarly equipped then with this this crawlers pack. I mean, that seems pretty good. But then I could take a crowbar or I could take caltrops, but then again, I would be completely packed out and would have no room to pack treasure out. James says, true story. I got flint and steel for Christmas this year. I asked for it. I want to be able to build a fire without matches, but more than 2 sticks to rub together. Oh, well, that's cool. You have to let me know how that goes. I've got the ferro rod, which is like modern flint and steel. But it would be fun to actually use actual flint and steel because we do it in RPGs and it's so classic fantasy all the time. They need Shadowdark hardcore mode where when the torch goes out, everybody dies. I think so. That's my interpretation of this. Hardly normal. Iron spikes the same as pitons. That's my interpretation. So how much gold would I have after this? I had 30. What did I end up spending? I had 30 gold minus 10 minus 7 minus 7. So I still have 6 gold pieces left. I guess that's pretty good. GP6. There we go. All right. So what else do I need to put over here? So my AC becomes 11 because of my leather armor plus my dex modifier. So my AC is going to be 14. Sounds pretty good. AC 14. Attacks. So I guess I attack with short sword. I don't know what it wants me to put over here. But okay, I guess I can say short sword over here. And this would be type M, range C, damage 1d6. Do I add anything to my damage? Do I add strength to that? Or so that does mean I have to actually subtract strength from that? Yeah, that Sable talks about that. Yes, they're basically Pythons. They include a hammer or they don't require a hammer. That's become an in-joke with Shadowdark community. There are no such things as hammers. Okay, so no. So Danny's telling me no, so I don't use strength to adjust damage. Okay. Experience points. To gain a level, you need to earn your current level times 10 XP. So I've got to earn 10 XP. Every time you start it at a new level, you start at 0 XP. You go back down to 0 XP. Okay. So I guess this tells me that my XP should be 0 of 10. My XP should be 0 of 10. Whoop. I'll bold short sword here. All right, looks pretty good to me. Increased XP, random characters. I guess that's basically it, right? Spells, I don't have to worry about spells. Talents, we did. We got a background. I got a background. Choice of alignment. We got a title. We got starting gear. All right, that's all it tells me to do. So I guess that means we have a halfling. Is this a pretty good halfling? Let's see. This would be Shadowdark character sheet. Let me save it. Shadowdark characters. Oh, Danny says, is short sword a finesse weapon? Because I do believe you add strength or dex to hit. Oh, that's a good... Let me check that. Short sword. Nope, short sword is not a finesse weapon. A finesse weapon would be a dagger. A dagger would be. F is a finesse. You may use either your strength or dex when attacking with this weapon. Oh no, finesse says you may use your strength or dex when attacking with this weapon. But the only finesse weapon that I see is the dagger. I guess that means we have a halfling. Yes. Wait, so let me look at combat just in case. Adventuring, turn order. Where's combat? Okay, combat. Melee. Melee attack rolls use melee weapons. Roll 1d20 plus your strength modifier, plus talent bonus. You hit your target if your total is equal to or greater than its AC. Ranged attacks. Ranged attacks use ranged weapons. Roll 1d20 plus your dex modifier, plus talent bonuses. You hit the target if your total is greater than the AC. Damage. When you hit a target with an attack or spell, you damage you damage it. Roll your weapon or spell's damage dice plus relevant bonuses. Well, how do you know what your relevant bonuses are? Yeah, so that sounds like then I need to write down that I have an attack bonus of -1 with the short sword. But how do I know when it comes to damage what my relevant bonuses are? Okay, let me make note of this over here. Attack bonus. Attack bonus is -1. BGD says, as a rule, I really object to dex-based finesse weapons for melee combat in RPGs that use the 6 classic stats because it simply adds to the ridiculous stacking of dex as the do-it-all super stat. Dex does have that problem. Zero the Blade says, so melee dex characters are nerfed in Shadowdark? So, yeah, it seems like there is no such thing as a melee dex character. That does seem to be what the situation is. Right. James says the GM should tell you what's relevant, I suppose. So, Danny says talents add +1 to hit and damage. So that would be the relevant bonus to damage. Ah, okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's several people to address that super stat bonus. Like in Knave, yeah, moves ranged combat to wisdom. So, like over here with so you might get a bonus to damage with the right talent. Looking over here at Thief. If I had rolled a 10, I would get +1 to 10 or 11. I would have, on a talent roll, I would have gotten +1 to melee and ranged attacks. What is it? I bet a fighter has stuff like that. Like a fighter on a 3 to 6 gains +1 melee and ranged attacks. So I guess that +1 to melee and ranged attacks. So I guess that might be damage too. So it does look like I'm attacking at a -1, but that's okay. All right. Well, I guess there's actually going to be a lot more Knave character creation going on here because I want to create several more. So we figured out what we're doing here. So we got the Thief done, but we'll be working on this on the morning grind tomorrow as well. So I'm here. If you're new here, I'm here at 9:30, roughly. Sometimes a little bit after, often a little bit after, but basically 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Talking about stuff in the Geekverse, oftentimes RPGs. So I want to finish up some more characters here so we can load them into our virtual tabletop here in the coffee shop. So I need some extra characters. So I think we will continue with this next time. Oh, the GPT store is opening. Yes, yes. Hardly Normal says, I'm very excited for the Solo Dark project. Anyone have the solo RPG they recommend? I do not. I don't know anything about that. I have a 12-hour flight in March. I don't know anything about Solo Dark. I'll have to look that up. James says, I like how Ben handles it. Dex applied to whether or not you can actually manipulate the bow, but visually tracking the motion of a target to loose, that's wisdom. All right, so let me, if you are here, please do like the stream and all, but also please do, if you want to play with us, we'll get these characters up for a one-shot. And if you'd like to play, I've got a form set up that I just put the link in the comment section right there. We've had 41 people sign up already. So 41 people are signed up for playing in the online coffee shop. So we'll get Shadowdark built out and we'll see if we can do index card RPG as well. But maybe we'll do a test this weekend. That would be a lot of fun. So, all right. Yep, I am too. We got to make this. My days are screwed up. I was thinking this is already Monday, but this is Sunday. So I've added an extra day, even though I basically lost a day of productivity yesterday. I was just too beat. So, all right, we're going to go forward. Let's go. All right, fantastic, Sable. We'll need game masters. So, Everybody, go forth, be creative, be constructive, and grind on. See you tomorrow, everybody.